In this video, today we will talk about the dumbest business idea in history. In the world of business, not every idea is destined to be a success. Some business ventures soar, while others crash and burn spectacularly. When it comes to bad business ideas, some stand out as being exceptionally foolish ideas, so impractical or ill-conceived that they serve as a warning to entrepreneurs everywhere. Here's a deep dive into one of the most infamous business flops in history, demonstrating why it's essential to thoroughly research and validate an idea before jumping in. The Pets.com disaster, the poster child of the dot-com bust. Perhaps no business failure has been as widely ridiculed as Pets.com, an e-commerce website that sold pet supplies. Launched in 1998, Pets.com epitomized the mania of the dot-com bubble, a period when investors eagerly poured money into internet startups with little concern for their viability. The story of Pets.com is often viewed as the dumbest business idea in history, not because the pet supply market wasn't viable, but because of how poorly the concept was executed. The problem with Pets.com: weak business model. Pets.com attempted to sell pet products online and ship them to customers, including bulky and low-margin items like bags of pet food and cat litter. These items were heavy, expensive to ship, and customers weren't willing to pay for the shipping costs. So Pets.com took on that burden, burning through capital quickly. Unclear differentiation. The site offered little differentiation from existing brick-and-mortar pet stores. The convenience of online shopping was offset by the fact that customers could easily pick up pet supplies locally without waiting for shipping. Aggressive spending. Despite weak fundamentals, Pets.com spent lavishly on marketing, including a famous Super Bowl commercial that featured a talking sock puppet. The company burned millions on advertising without building a sustainable customer base. The company went public in February 2000, raising $82.5 million, but collapsed just 9 months later. The timing was disastrous, coinciding with the dot-com bubble bursting, which caused the entire tech market to crash. In November 2000, Pets.com liquidated its assets. The sock puppet became a symbol of overhyped and underdeveloped business ventures. Why Pets.com failed? Pets.com is widely considered one of the dumbest business ideas because it was built on an unsustainable premise. The founders and investors banked on the internet being an unstoppable force, but they failed to consider the logistical issues, such as high shipping costs, low margins, and customer convenience. Moreover, they overestimated the value of branding and marketing, mistakenly believing that a catchy mascot could substitute for a solid business model. The irony is that in today's world, online pet supply companies like Chewy.com have thrived, but only because they learned from Pets.com's mistakes. Modern e-commerce platforms offer subscription services, free or discounted shipping on certain orders, and a more personalized shopping experience, all things Pets.com failed to implement. Other notorious business blunders. While Pets.com stands out as a symbol of the dot-com bust, it's far from the only business venture that could be considered a dumb idea. Here are a few others that also earned their place in the Hall of Fame for terrible business decisions. 1. New Coke, 1985. In an attempt to compete with Pepsi, Coca-Cola reformulated its beloved soft drink in 1985 and introduced New Coke. Consumers hated the change, and after widespread backlash, Coca-Cola was forced to return to its original formula, branding it Coca-Cola Classic. The lesson here: don't mess with a winning formula unless you are certain the change will be embraced by your loyal customer base. 2. The DeLorean DMC-12, 1981 to 1983. While the DeLorean became iconic thanks to the Back to the Future movies, the car itself was a massive business failure. The DeLorean Motor Company, led by John DeLorean, produced only about 9,000 units before going bankrupt. The car's flashy stainless steel body and gull-wing doors attracted attention, but its poor performance, high price, and production issues made it unsellable. The company's collapse was hastened by DeLorean's arrest in a cocaine trafficking sting, an attempt to raise money to save his floundering company. 3. Google Glass, 2013. Google Glass was hailed as the future of wearable technology, but the product never caught on. Launched in 2013, the device featured augmented reality glasses with a built-in camera and screen. However, the public rejected it due to privacy concerns. People didn't like the idea of being recorded without their knowledge. High price, $1,500, and lack of clear practical use. Despite being one of the world's most innovative companies, even Google wasn't immune to a dumb business idea. Today, Google Glass exists primarily in niche industries like manufacturing. 4. Segway, 2001. Segway was touted as the future of personal transportation when it launched in 2001. The self-balancing scooter was designed to revolutionize how people moved around cities, but it failed to live up to its hype. Its high price tag, $5,000, and awkward appearance made it impractical for most consumers. The Segway's most prominent use today, tours in tourist-heavy cities, hardly the revolution its creators promised. 5. The Edsel, 1957 to 1959. Ford spent millions developing the Edsel, a new line of cars named after Henry Ford's son. However, the vehicle was poorly received due to its high price, odd design, and poor marketing. The Edsel became synonymous with failure, and Ford discontinued the line just 2 years after its release, losing an estimated $350 million, an astronomical sum at the time. Lessons learned from dumb business ideas. It's easy to look back and laugh at these business blunders, but they all offer important lessons for entrepreneurs and business leaders today. Understand your market. One of the biggest mistakes businesses make is failing to understand their target audience. Pets.com misjudged consumer willingness to wait for deliveries, and Coca-Cola underestimated the attachment people had to the original Coke formula. Before launching any product, it's essential to do thorough market research. Don't overhype your product. Hype can build expectations to unsustainable levels. The Segway and Google Glass were both innovative, but failed to live up to the grand promises their creators made. Under-promising and over-delivering is a far better strategy. Address practicality and affordability. Just because a product is cool or cutting edge doesn't mean people will buy it. The DeLorean and the Segway both suffered because they were impractical for the average consumer. If a product is too expensive or impractical for mass use, it's unlikely to succeed. Adapt to consumer feedback. Many of these failed businesses stubbornly stuck to their original concepts despite early warning signs. Being open to change and adapting based on consumer feedback can make or break a company. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.